Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Dead Cells. Our last run was actually probably the most overpowered run of all time that we've ever had thus far, with our crazy floating powers that we have right there. Which actually kind of confuses me, because I thought I remembered reading on an earlier update that whole, like, perpetual floating thing had been removed, but apparently I was mistaken. That's okay. That's one of those things I don't mind being mistaken about, though it is kind of funny. So we went down to the sepulcher last time, so I think it's only fair, that we go to the promenade this time. This seems right, man. Also, something that kind of baffles me, like thinking about the daily runs, is why is it that the archers, which die easier than the goblins, are worth more points than the goblins? These are the things that, or the questions that keep me up at night, man. They shouldn't, because they're actually not that important in the grand scheme of life, but even so, sweet, more stat upgrades, I like it. But still, you know, questions are questions, and I shall question them. What? Ooh. 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 I mean, it is only a torch level 2. But it does give more strength. Ah, what the heck. And doubles up our damage, so that is pretty good. We'll probably go for the usual kind of like strength-based build. I do find myself wondering, like, what could be done to make skill and just like non-strength-based builds? Well, I guess actually, the only way to make non-strength-based builds more interesting would be to make skill-based builds more interesting, because who in their right mind has a health build? Like, that's just... Ow. That's just insanity. Like, what kind of crazy person does that? Not Gaming by Gaslight, that's for sure. Actually, I'm trying to think. Is there ever a time when health... Good job, Gaslight. You have taught them. You have taught the world well. Oh, and you actually... There are no enemies to fight, so you have to... Yeah. I don't know why I was racing for this quite so much, but I did, and I have, and so... There we are. Incidentally, yeah, 520 some damage per swing. That is pretty nice. I like it. Incidentally, just want to take a quick... Ow. Just going to take a look at my shield to verify in my own head that I was not in any way getting any kind of bonusy, damagey stuff on my offhand weapon. But anyway, yeah, what would be a good way to make skill builds even more viable? Like, we've seen they're viable, like, they're good. Like, they're great, in fact. But at the same time, they're missing something that strength builds are not. And I think what they're missing is just, like, the ridiculous runaway overpoweredness that a strength build can get. Because as far as I know, skill items never have double or quadruple damage modifiers. Could you imagine if they did, though? That would be awesome. Also, I'll take that delicious golden tooth. Because, you know, golden teeth are awesome. Apparently. Bang. Bang. Bip. Beautiful. Ooh. Was that close? Not even a little. Oh, hello. Oh, that was fun. But here we are still. I think we'll go to the prison depths today, because I do like the prison depths. They are one of my favorite places, and we can also buy still more cells over there, and cells are always nice. But then again, we don't, in those places, whoop. Whoa. Don't get to, good job, Gaslight, you were facing the wrong direction. Good job again. Okay. Good job on, you know, almost murdering yourself. Good, good. So far, so swell. Excellent. But it does occur to me, you know, maybe I shouldn't go to the prison depths because they are kind of dangerous if you don't have the health for it. And I don't know if I want to take the time to get the health for it. I mean, I totally could, and it'd be easy. But, then again... There are some useful things there, but nah. I mean, this is probably a run where having slightly more health would be good. Though I do stand by my perpetual philosophy that it is better to not get hit in the first place rather than get more health, so... I don't know, maybe I'll just stay stubborn with this. And we could totally make it in the ramparts. Plus, the ramparts would be easier. And as we are rocking with a skill here, or with a move set, a loadout, as it were, that does make life a little bit trickier if you are, you know, to get hit. And since prison depths are harder than the ramparts, maybe this is not the best idea, but we'll do it anyway, because why not? Totally, why not? Also, since I was recording a Gungeon video earlier, and I actually, like, recorded, like, probably half of the video without actually hitting the record button. Just taking a quick look now. Good job, Gaslight. To make sure I did so this time. Because it would be very embarrassing. Okay. Don't know why you did that, Mr. Armadillo Man. But I guess you were too afraid to face my manliness of Headless Joe here. Why is he Joe? I don't know. I just like the name, apparently. Is it GamingByGaslight's real secret identity? Not really. It's not. Totally. Joe is a pretty lame and generic name. It's not very nice to all the people named Joe. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm not done with you yet. Oh dear. Beautiful. I don't know why I don't just hold up my shield to smash these guys in the face, but I don't. I was like 95% sure I was gonna drop into a pit of spikes. That is also the GamingByGaslight way. But sometimes I do manage to surprise myself, and I feel good about it when that happens, so... That's some good stuff. Finally, we get our first skill item of the run. And it is, like, it's not a terrible item by any stretch of the imagination, but it is not a game winner. Especially because I'm pretty sure it's mostly, but not entirely useless against the Watcher. It's definitely useless against the Incomplete One. Which, I'd like to take this moment, again, as I often do, to say that I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing some new bosses and stuff in the upcoming update. And also, like, especially for me, a big thing would be, it'd be nice if... I mean, I don't know how to do it exactly. Oh god, no! What? No! Dang diddly... Wait, do I need to heal? Yeah, I should probably heal, just to be safe. Anyway. There's a part of me that is wondering how I managed to take damage, but, it's because of the bombs. I got too close. Much like young Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. But getting back to what I was saying earlier, I'd like more variety. Like, especially, like, again, I don't know exactly how the best way to work it would be, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't like how my choices are basically, right now, either fight the Incomplete One and go to Fog Fjord, or don't fight the Incomplete One and skip straight to the graveyard. I am really hoping, and I'm sure it will be the case in due time, possibly even in this very update that's inbound. But, you know, I'm hoping that I will have choice to, like, go to, like, just more variety in the pathing through the game, which, again, I'm reasonably sure is, like, kinda... Wait, you're telling me that I can block an explosion by holding up my shield? Okay. Now, I think that was just bad timing on my part. But, just to be safe, I should probably not try that again. No. No. Oh god. No, stop. With the bogus! Alright, that's better. Still, though. It's crazy how easy it is to accidentally fall and stab yourself on the sharp, pointy end of the sharp, pointy people. Alright, I should probably heal myself. More healing than I like to engage in, to be honest. No. Roll out. Transform. Well, I am not overly excited by that. But, I lived, so it's a good thing. And at the end of the day, I guess that's all I care about. Unless one of you has a double damage modifier on you, I am going to leave you be. Totally gonna pick up that, though, because more strength means more winning, and more winning means a happier Gaslight. Oh dear. Of course, I don't have a shield now. Just when I was getting myself used to having a shield as well, so... Let's kind of hide here and let this do its job. Beautiful. Alright. Let's be a little smarter, though. Excellent. Okay. Fun times, says I. Alright, and again. Beautiful. Alright, but maybe Gaslight, maybe, you know, ease it up just a notch. Just a notch. Alright, boingy. And boingy again. And then boing one more time. Just a quick look back, make sure I'm not missing anything. There's a +1 health upgrade there that I somehow walked past, which makes me feel like an idiot. And so I should, really, for that one. Oh my. Let's, kind of back out of there, just to be safe. Because you never know when you're gonna deal with one of the big boys. And there we go. Poison the victim. Sell that because it's delicious. And by delicious, I mean just good. That is delicious. A nice, tasty floor kebab. Only the finest kebabs found on the finest floors will do for us in this day and age. I mean, I only eat the cleanest, or eat off the cleanest floors with the cleanest kebabs. Because that's just how Gaming by Gaslight rules. Apparently. Does that make any sense? Not really, but I don't care, apparently. I don't know. What is sense, anyway? I mean, how can we really know what sense is? And that it is not just some... Oh wait, this has +1 strength on it as well. I mean, I could do more damage. I'd lose 1 strength. And I can't math in my head enough to know whether I would be making the right choice there. Also, I spent too long here and we have missed out on our opportunity to go ahead and grab... How did I even miss that? It's like plainly visible. Oh well. Anyway, we've missed our chance to get the time door after the incomplete one, which is a bit unfortunate, but life goes on. Oh wait, is that actually... Oh, that was it. Alright, I kind of figured there was more there, like a whole corridor that I missed, but apparently... Apparently not. So that's a good thing. Let's move on. Ride the walrus. Or taste the walrus, or whatever. Whatever that old slogan was. The important thing, I'm pretty sure it was ride the walrus. Anyway, moving on. We shall persevere. And by persevere, I mean we will unlock a new item, and it'll be cool. We'll kind of continue to do cool stuff. But we still have a lot of stuff to max out, don't we? It's a job that never ends, really. And I am pleased-ish with it. Sort of, mostly. Mostly, sorta. Actually, wait a minute. I just thought of something. I have sort of done a no healing challenge, haven't I? Like, sort of. Like, in a halfway sort of sense. In a sense. Excuse me, friendo. And there we go. Just kind of freeze you in place over there so you don't hurt me. And get you to do that. Then I will roll out of the way. I will throw my bomb in the wrong direction entirely, because that's what real men do. And I am totally a real man, and not just some kind of simulated AI that is pretending to be a man. That would be something, though. Could you imagine that if, like, just as an experiment, someone created an AI that basically its entire purpose was to simulate being a YouTuber? And then if that simulated AI actually became the most popular YouTuber on YouTube? Could you imagine that? That would be hilarious. Also, thumbs up to myself for not taking any damage on the old Incomplete One fight. I'm getting back into the swing of things there, man. And it feels so good, right. So great. Like I want to say good, or great, but then I said right instead. As that's, you know, I guess what humans do from time to time. And I am, you know, totally human, so. Yes. I do kind of look forward to the day when we are all thralls under our robot overlords. That'll be a good time. You know, that'll swiftly put an end to war. Probably. The robot overlords know what's best for us. Which actually makes me think that... You know what, it's been a while since I've played Stellaris. I don't know if anyone is interested in seeing that. I don't know how much of an overlap there is between, like, the 4X genre and roguelike. Especially on the channel here, as far as demographics are concerned. But it's been a while since I've played Stellaris. I'm actually kind of behind. In fact, I haven't personally touched Stellaris myself in a while. Just because I was waiting. I don't know. Like with most Paradox games, it sometimes takes a while for the game to, like, reach its I don't know, it's like apex, its peak, it's like to really hit its stride. And I kind of wonder to myself if Stellaris is just an expansion or two away. But my understanding is that one of the next big things they're looking at reworking, and by reworking I mean expanding, is warfare and diplomacy. So that's something that'll hopefully, you know, show up soonish. Also kind of had a hankering to get back into some EU4 on the channel as well. Might do a mini-campaign. I mean, I did talk at the end of our last EU4 mini-campaign about doing some kind of, like, really quick Portugal run. And try to get the Navigator achievement. Is that what it's called? Navigator? I think it is. It's like before 1500 or something like that. Get to Indonesia. Something like that. Or was it into China itself? I forget. Something to that general effect, but yeah. Sounded like a fun challenge, is what I'm saying. And probably wouldn't take that long. Probably only, what, 4 or 5 episodes, maybe? Good way to at least get a feel for if there's interest in seeing more strategy, grand strategy, 4X-y type stuff on the channel again. Like doing that sort of thing. Let's see here. I mean, Corrupted Power. That feels good. Wait, we didn't even check the whip. Oh, it does have double damage on it, but dang, both my items give me strength, which means I don't want to get rid of them. I want more power. Anyway, so yeah, That's just some random stuff that's going through my head right now. I mean, we have been trying out, just as some, like, one-offs and mini kind of things, some, oh god, oh god. No, get out, 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 get out! Oh god, he's teleporting after me! And that was spooktacular. My favorite kind of tacular. No, that actually wasn't so bad. Scary. I mean, some elite enemies are considerably deadlier than others, as you've probably noticed. And that was one of them. Oh, there's a secret over here. Anyway, it does seem kind of weird to me, now that I think about it, talking about other games on a Dead Cells video. But then again, it never hurts to ask questions. Actually, to be honest, YouTube a while back introduced some kind of like new community tab thing that seems to allow me to like have polls and stuff very easily. I should probably actually play around with those a bit more, shouldn't I? Because I like this, but I'm gonna get rid of it for now instead. I could do some polls, because I also have like a big list of really interesting games that have been suggested that I try on the channel. I have not gotten around to yet, and, you know, after the move, I hope to get to. And maybe putting to a vote, like, which ones would be preferred to be seen first, because I figure that's kind of how I would do it, is put it to a vote to see which ones have the most interest attached to them, and then, you know, kind of check them out on the channel in that general order. Or something like that. I don't know. Because one of my biggest concerns going forward with the channel is making sure that I'm not a one-trick pony, and that I, you know, I can be seen enjoying many games, because I enjoy many games, and hope you guys enjoy many games too. Sets my general thought process when trying to figure out what I want to do next. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes, and move forward accordingly, and so on and so forth. Alright, do I go up? The answer is kind of yes, kind of no. Beautiful. Alright, where do we go from here? What do we go from here? Are you waiting for me, Mr. Bad Guy? Nope, this is just another skill upgrade thing, not the way to our precious final battle arena facility thing place, whatever it is I'm talking about. Alright, let us blow up some of these guys. I also kind of wonder if some of these challenge rooms might be given a bit more variety so that they could be themed after some of the later levels. Like if we could get Fog Fjord themed, or etc., etc. I mean, I like the challenge rooms as they are, and that they have like pretty, like they're mostly vanilla standard fare as far as the enemies are concerned. This makes it easier for my addle brain to handle them. Bam. Alright. I always get a little scared of that particular... those, like, double buzzsaws. There's something about them that I never feel right playing against them. Like, they're always out to get me, man. Anything up here? Alright, this is it. This is it. Just don't get hit by the spikes. Ah! You had one job, Gaslight. I don't know what it is about those that gets me. Every time. Oh god. Actually, I know exactly what it is. I feel like there's a slight dip when I go, like when I'm walking over those things. And it really throws me off. Because the dip, because I can't just like nudge myself over. To be honest, I kind of wish there was like just a little bit more space between those. Just a little bit. so I would feel a bit more comfortable dodging between them. But, on the other hand, it's just a case, really, of me needing to get good. And also, despite this being one of our more powerful runs, so definitely not as powerful as the last run, it's looking like this is actually kind of a slower run. Well, actually, there's a bit of a... Yeah, it says 25 minutes on my recording clock and only 18, almost 19 here, so... It's still gonna be an ish episode. Well, actually, pretty par for the course as far as episodes are concerned, now that I think about it. Which is good. I have nothing but good stuff to say there. I think, to be honest, I would... Most useless room of all time, at least until those little wooden doors can be... Until they do something. But until that day, that was the most useless room of all time. And that room should be ashamed of itself. Even for existing. Exactly. Anyway, such is life, though. And yeah, as I was sort of saying there before I kind of got distracted on my other thoughts, is I would give up this this item that I've got here with its +1 strength, if and only if there was an item, like if we got an item that had quadruple strength attached to it, I would totally abandon this torch. But as that is not the case, I will totally not abandon this torch. All right, you know what? Let's let these little guys kind of hang around for a bit, or not. I mean, they're pretty good at getting themselves killed, apparently. So I guess that's life. Whoa there! Careful, yo. You're like polluting the oxygen in the atmosphere, man, with all your incense. Calm it down. Just a little bit, anyway. Oh god. Always a little spooktacular. At the end of the day, it always, 60% of the time, works out! Oh god. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You're getting on my nerves now, guy. Guy, man. As I arbitrarily assume your name to be. For no reason. There's a never challenge room. I mean, we totally gotta do it, right? Challenge rooms are fun. They're good. I mean, I think the most important part about them is that they actually, at this stage of the game, they're like the one consistent challenge I have left, because I suck at platforming. Real, manly platforming. There we go. Oh, it's this again. This is my chance at redemption. Aha! I did it! And watch I, like, fail to some ridiculously easy area later. Aha! Snuck away from you there. As I often do. I, like, possibly... Oh, I jumped across the whole thing and completely circumvented the security system of that place entirely. Sort of. Maybe. Just a little bit. That is the good stuff right there. That's what makes me proud. Proud to say that I am the greatest Dead Cells player of all time, probably. Like, totally not, but... You know, if I say it often enough, someone might eventually one day actually believe it and then go around saying, hey, check out this Gaslight guy, he's like the greatest Dead Cells player of all time. And then, you know, that guy's friends will be like, well, how do you know he's the greatest of all time? Well, because he said so. And they'll be like, dude, he's probably lying. He's probably like some scrub. And I'll be like, nuh-uh, he said it on the internet. And everyone knows it's against the law to lie on the internet. And they'll be like, man, you don't know much, do you? You need to get out more. And then, it'll be revealed that it was just me on an alt account promoting myself, pretending I'm some great hotshot. Or something. I don't really know where I'm going with this story at all, but I had fun with it, so that's the important part. I had more fun making up that story than I did watching Batman vs. Superman, so that's something for you. It's just my random, unnecessary, like, dig at Batman vs. Superman. Or the day. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, isn't like next month or something November? That's when Justice League's coming out, isn't it? I'm cautiously optimistic based on the trailers that that's going to be a good movie. Mostly because the trailers make it look like it's not going to be anything like Batman vs. Superman. And considering, ow. No, don't die, please. For the love of all that's good and holy, don't die. Why is there no life? Anyway, yeah. Because I think I may have went on like a random tangent at least once before. Probably twice before. About how much Batman vs. Superman as a film murdered my inner child. And made me give up on humanity forever. But, despite that, now I've got some hopes for Justice League. I mean, they better not screw that up, man. Or else that'll be the end of the DC Cinematic Universe, which they call the Extended Universe. Or is it Expanded? Expanded, same difference. The important thing, that probably wouldn't be the end. I mean, you know, they could just pull the whole, they could just pull, whatchamacallit, a Days of Future Past and, you know, if their equivalent Flashpoint and just kind of reset the timeline, the one that doesn't suck. That's the beauty of comics, man. When things turn to garbage, all you need to do is just reset the timeline. It's easy. It's what all the cool people are doing. It's also, you know, good when you've ruined something forever. When you've ruined a grown man's childhood. Seriously, though, I honestly think, like, I guess you may be thinking, especially if you liked Batman vs. Superman, you're probably thinking to yourself, Gaslight, if you hated the movie so much and are crapping all over it so much, why don't you tell us how you would have done the movie and, you know, how much better your movie would have been? And I will, thank you, actually. Thank you for asking. I was waiting for that opportunity this entire time. And to be honest, I don't know all the details of what I would do, because I have never written a screenplay before. And it is, you know, and I would not want to I wouldn't want to say it's easy, because any kind of writing requires, like, a certain amount of discipline that, you know, is to be admired to some extent, even terrible writing, since, you know, you still actually had to write it, and even if it was terrible, you at least finished the job, which is more than can be said about some people. Anyway, getting to what I would have done better. To be honest with you, I would have probably, one, not cast Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. That was, like, mistake number one. Or two, cast Jesse Eisenberg as Luthor, but, like, not made him, like, a character who was, like, not Luthor at all. Or at least feels so far removed from Luthor that I know and love, with the bald of evil and the sexy, smooth voice of, what was the name of, the voice actor who did the voice of, Lex Luthor in the DC animated series of the 90s, which is basically what all my childhood of comics is based off of. But anyway, yeah, let's just kind of stick to the point of, like, nitpicking the little details that don't really matter. What would I actually do to make a better movie? I honestly think I would have got rid of the whole Lex Luthor's, like, secretly... Also, I guess, spoiler alert for Batman vs. Superman, you know, the whole Luthor's, like, secretly manipulating Batman. I also would have made Batman not be, like, a bloody murderer and a sociopath. I mean, that was probably mistake number two. I know what you're saying, oh, Batman can kill, or, you know. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a purist and think that Batman should never kill, but I think the way it was portrayed in Batman vs. Superman was like, this is a guy who does not give a shit about human life. Like, period. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Because I like to think, I mean, you know, the Arkham games notwithstanding, that as, you know, mostly because, you know, the Arkham games portray a really, really violent version of Batman. You know, as far as, like, the attacking and stuff is concerned, that Batman actually cares about the people that he's putting in the hospital. And that he doesn't, you know, he's not, good job, Gaslight. Excuse me, sir. I'm not done with you yet. That was, like, the most beautiful calamity I've ever seen. Anyway. Whoop. Anyway, but let's get to the main thing here. I keep getting kind of sidetracked with, like, all my ever bullshit. What I'm really trying to say is I would have made the movie focus a lot more on just, like, there'd be none of this, like, side villain BS here. Like, Batman, Superman fighting, they're fighting. I'd make it more like what, like, Marvel did it right with Civil War. Like, you had, what was it, Arnim Zola or whatever? Like, he was kind of, like, nominally a villain, but, like, he had so little presence, and, like, the conflict all came down to Cap and Tony, basically, like, their problems with each other. Their relationship issues. Like, that's what it boiled down to. They had their own ideas of what they should be doing here. And, yes, give me some, oh god. Oh, okay. Anyway, like, it was really a story about two friends fighting over differences of ideology. And it felt more powerful. I mean, granted, would have been, oh my god, he one-shot me. Oh, that hurts. But yeah, I would have made a movie that was more focused on the character of, like, Bruce and Clark, basically. None of this extra bullshit, and there would have been no Doomsday. Probably would have cut Wonder Woman as well, even though she was, like, one of the better parts of that movie. And whatnot, but yeah. Anyway, we'll do a film critic thing some other time. But for now, that's going to do it for this episode. Until the next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. And I will see all of you in the next video.